Hey, how's it going? It's just short and respond, and this is my first ever video for this channel. So I just wanted to come on and say what's up to everyone, explain what I'll be doing for this channel, and then kind of some about my schedule, which I'll talk about actually towards the end of the video. So I'd like to get it started off with what I'll actually be doing on this channel. I plan on posting videos of going on adventures to try to find retro video games and broken consoles. So that's kind of my main kind of thing that I want to do. We'll be going to like different fairs. I know it's kind of summertime right now, so we'll be going to fairs. We'll be going to flea markets, a bunch of different markets, or even some stores. I actually have a store I really like that's close to me, so I'll be getting quite a few of my inventory from there. So you'll see me go there quite a bit, and then just kind of a bunch of random places that I'll kind of find near me, or even on travel, just traveling and trying to find really cool random places. And then from there, I like to go and actually clean the items. I know some people really find it satisfying. I am kind of mixed reviews on that. I've had some very, very, very crusty things in my possession that, not from me, but from others, and I would say they probably would have been better off being burned. But I did put the effort in to actually clean it, so I guess it can be satisfying. I've had some very easy cleans, or some they look dirty, but they weren't that bad to clean. So I guess I can see how it's satisfying. So those will probably end up being YouTube shorts. So if they only need cleaned, they'll probably instead of being YouTube shorts. Or unless I have a ton of stuff, like I know I have a package actually coming in from Japan right now. All of them will need to be cleaned. That'll probably be its own separate video just because it'll need to be cleaned. And then I think there's some broken things coming in with that, but I'll have to double check. And then from there, after being broken, I will be completely fixing the items. I'll take them apart, clean the insides, and then actually repair whatever is broken, which I'm really excited about. That will happen I think once a month, I believe on the second week of the month. And then at the very end of the month, we'll have a really fun series I think you guys will really like. And so yeah, so I will go and find broken consoles or consoles added to the collection, and then I will clean them, and then I will repair them if they need to be repaired. So I'm really excited. That's kind of my main thing. And then you also get some collection updates, not as frequent, but you will just get some collection updates. And actually, speaking of collection, I'd like to go ahead and show you my collection right now. All right, so to start off my collection, I have the Super Mario Sunshine GameCube rug. I think it's a really cool rug. It kind of leads off my collection, and it's just one of my favorite pieces just because it's kind of random and it just kind of looks kind of clean. And then one of my recent pickups is actually this Super Mario World Game Boy Advance promo. I thought it was a Happy Meal toy, but it actually is a Wendy's toy from it. But you can see Nintendo Mario, really cool. It has the Game Boy Advance on there. It is completely sealed, never been opened, and it is sealed within another seal. So this will never actually be opened because I think it's really cool, and it's just a really cool display piece. All right, and then moving on, we have the NES section. I'll get some light over here. We have the NES, so we have our NES, and then we have our NES top loader back there with Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt, and then Kirby's Adventure. Then we have our NES controller. I know the yellow buttons kind of look kind of weird. Kind of a crazy story behind it. The yellow buttons come from the replacement kits from Nintendo, and so whoever had this before me must have broken the buttons, and then they got a actual official Nintendo replacement kit to fix those buttons, and so that's why they are yellow instead of red. I plan on keeping this controller because I think it's kind of cool. It has some cool history, but I do actually plan on getting a red one. I actually have one, I think, somewhere. I just need to find it and put it out. And then I have a Yoshi 3D printed duck. I just think it's kind of fun. Then we have a Yoshi figure back there. And then moving on up, we have a black Wii with the Wii Mini. Then we have Mario Kart back there, one of my favorite games from my childhood. Love Mario Kart, especially for the Wii. Then we have our Luigi controller, and then our black Wii remote. And then we have Sonic, and then the Tail Soda, because it's just kind of fun. And then moving over, we have our Wii U. It is kind of crusty right now. I probably should have cleaned before this video, but it is what it is. It kind of comes kind of weird from someone that's supposed to do cleaning videos, but I probably should take my own advice. So then back here, we have our Wii U games. Not too much. That's not really too much of my focus at the moment, the Wii U. I probably will get more in the future, but right now I'm kind of more focused on handhelds. And then we can see moving down, we have our Super Mario Kart manual with our Super Mario Kart cartridge, 2 SNES controllers, and then a SNES and Donkey Kong. I actually, kind of heading towards later in this video, I actually recently picked up a new SNES well, not new, but new to me, that actually looks a lot cleaner than this, and I fully plan on fixing that console and then using it for my collection. And then this one will end up going somewhere else because it looks a lot better than this. It doesn't have that bottom yellowing like this one does, and I'm really hoping I should be able to get it fixed, but I'm not really too sure what the issue is, but I'm hoping it's not the power supply. And then moving on to the actual handhelds, we can see we have our 3D printed cartridge holder back there, which I really like. I think it's a great piece for any collection. I'm not sponsored, obviously, but I really do like them. Then we have our Nintendo DS, our original, the black DSi, and then a blue 3DS XL. And then, yes, I have a 2DS. It is upside down. I know it is upside down, but for some reason, the stand will not hold it right side up. So it will forever be upside down until I can find a stand that actually will hold it. And then moving down here, we have our N64. We can see we have our cartridge and our N64. A ton of Kirby's. I love Kirby. I think the games are just kind of fun. They're goofy and they're easy, but they're kind of fun. Then we have that light. Then we have our Mario Kart 64 with a complete in-box Madden 02. I am a Vikings fan, that's why I do have this. Might be kind of gross for some of you out there, but it is what it is. You know, I think it's really cool as a Vikings fan, so I went ahead and grabbed that with Dante Culpepper on it. Then moving up here to the Switch, we have our Switch OLED, our white Switch OLED, with a couple different figures in here. And then we have the Lego Piranha Plant. I always love the Lego Piranha Plant. Then over here, we have all of our Switch games, even our original Switch games, and then Yoshi's Mysterious Book with a bunch of figures. I do have a Switch 2. It is not over here right now. It's actually currently plugged into my TV so I can actually play it. And then back over here, we have all of my handhelds. My other handhelds, we have our purple Game Boy Color, our clear Game Boy Advance, and then our black Game Boy Advance SP with some Pokemon figures, and then more of our Game Boy games. And then moving over, we have our GameCube section, which is very, very themed around Luigi's Haunted Mansion. I love Luigi's Haunted Mansion. That's why we have the ghost back there. We have an orange and purple controller, then a bunch of games and Luigi and Baby Luigi. And then we have more games. We do actually have Luigi's Mansion, of course we do. Like I said, I love that game. Then we have, of course, our black GameCube. And I do have a couple other pieces that are actually not a part or currently out of my collection. I have a Virtual Boy that will actually be a part of probably a YouTube short, like I mentioned, because it does just need cleaned. It doesn't need repaired. It works just fine, but it does actually need cleaned. So I will go ahead and actually do a YouTube short on that at some point. But yeah. Oh, I also have a Famicom. I have a Famicom that I'm hoping it works just fine. I haven't tested it yet, but if it's not, then I'll repair it and hopefully I won't have to order another one from Japan. But yeah, that is my whole entire collection, and then now I will go ahead and show you the recent pickups that I've gotten to fix. All right, so starting off with the things I did pick up from my store, I did pick up this SNES. I was starting with this one because I already hinted at it. We can kind of see definitely a little bit grimy. Nothing too crazy. Nothing that won't come out. The real reason I really picked this one up though is because we can see it up here on the front. A little bit of discoloration, nothing too crazy. I should be able to get it out. Worst case scenario, I can try to do some UV treatment to it. And the stickers are in really good condition on the bottom as well. Nothing too damaged. So yeah, that's one of my good pickups. And then I also have the next one. All right, and then the next thing I picked up is gonna be this Platinum GameCube. Not too dirty. We see a little bit of discoloration on the slot too there for the memory. Inside, a little bit dirty, not too bad. We do see on the top here that we do have a disc does not spin, so that means we're gonna take this whole entire thing apart. We're gonna have to really get in there. We're gonna have to get an extended bit to really get down there, open it up. That will be a video, and then you will see with the next GameCube a very similar issue, and I'll go ahead and grab that one. All right, now we have this purple indigo GameCube. Super clean, extremely clean. No discoloration on it. I have this one little scuff right here. Nothing too bad though. Open it up, super clean inside. The only thing with this one, I will say, the SNES I did not test. The last GameCube I did not test. That was a store note. This one I did end up plugging in and testing just because it was super clean. I just want to make sure it wasn't the case of bad cords or anything. If this one has the same exact issue, I will have to take this whole entire thing apart, and the disc is not spin, so I have to take the whole entire thing apart and fix it. All right, now on to more things I have not tested at all. All right, next up we have this black DS Lite. Somewhat dirty, not too bad. We'll definitely need some cleaning. Store said it was not functional. Let me see if I can get this open and turned on. Maybe turned on. All right. We can see bottom screen working great. Oop, and we just got it automatically turned off. Let's try this again. We can see top screen absolutely destroyed. Bottom screen doing pretty good. Top screen is really rough condition. So this one will need quite a bit of love. Just need a top, pretty good cleaning, and then a whole new top screen. All right, next up we have a store note on this one, broken hinge, and this one was donated to the store. It's a blue DS Lite. Very good. Looks very good. This one actually has a stylus. Let's see if I can get it open with one hand. You can see super bad hinge. But the functionality of this one, if I remember correctly, both screens should work. Yes, both screens work. You're able to get into it super easily. This one's really not too bad. Just that whole hinge is probably gonna have to be fixed. And if I remember, yeah, you can see some where it looks like they possibly tried to glue. Oops, let's try to see if we can get it refocused here. It looks like they tried to glue it. So we will have to completely fix that hinge. All right, on to the next one. All right, last but not least, we have this black Game Boy Advance. Very dirty. One thing I remember about this one is he did show me this inside. It looks like it might have been melted. Other than regular grime, I don't think there's too much corrosion or anything like that. I just think it somehow got melted. So I don't know how good it is. If it's too bad, I will throw a picture up on it so you guys can see it. But yeah, I believe this one. I think the guy said he might have turned. This one might be able to turn on. I will be 100% honest with you. This will be an extra video. This one will be a part of the cleaning video. But this one will get modded. I plan on putting a new IPS screen in it, new speakers, because I think the speakers might be bad. I can't remember. And then new buttons, everything like that, new shell. So, yeah, that is for all the ones I have. And you will see me again here in a second. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. That is basically what I have for you. I will go ahead and throw up that schedule I was talking about on screen right now, so just hear my voice. But yeah, that is basically my current schedule that I plan on doing. I do have a really good idea. Video should be coming out probably 2 weeks from now. I have a really fun idea. And then you guys should be expecting a cleaning video next week. I'll probably clean the handheld first. That's my biggest focus. And then probably 2 weeks from now, you'll probably see all the consoles get cleaned. This is Restore and Respawn, and it's been good. Have a good one.